This kind of, making oil, according to available evidences, it has at least 2000 years of history. So you can see the same. This we call as Gana in Kannada, and in Telugu it's called as Gani, and Tamil it's called as Chekku, and even Malayalam also it's called as Chekku. This you can find in the sculptures of the many of the old 800,000 years old temple. Also you can find this in the sculptures of the temples as well. So this is the oldest method of oil making which is available with us now. The specialty of this oil is the cold pressed oil, what we call. Actually this is the actual cold pressed oil. Here the bull comes across this Chekku hardly 3 to 4 revolutions per minute, whereas the machines which we find in city, that rotates at least 45 to 60 in RPM. So where again the temperature shoots up, so the oil will become hot. So actually the cold press, if you want the nutrients to be retained completely in the oil, which just have to be transformed from seeds to oil, then the temperature has to be as low as possible. It should not be heated in the process of extraction. Why the oil is called as cold pressed is because the oil has to be extracted near room temperature. The temperature where we are now, that has to be, even the oil when we get it out of this Chekku, that has to be somewhere close to plus or minus 2 degrees. It should not be more than that. So that's why it's called as cold pressed oil. And why we call it as cold pressed oil is the other methods which are used to extract the oil, there we employ a lot of it, but in this case we do not. Let it be refining, and also we call it as expeller method and refining method, and also solvent extraction method, and apart from that the regular rotary which we can see across the cities. So when compared to all these things, here we do not employ any heat in any process. So solvent extraction method or refining method, they use a lot of chemicals. And why they use chemicals to extract the oil is because here in our case, after extracting, even the residue, that is which we call as oil cake, that 12 to 18% of the oil will still be left with that. But in case of refining, they want to take out completely out of it, so they use hexane, benzene and mild acids in that process. So that is the reason why they do refining, because they add external agents to produce the oil. In the end of the process, they want to take it out. They cannot sell it as it is. The quality of oil which we get here in terms of nutrition, in terms of aroma, color, viscosity, everything is not comparable to any other method of oil production. In this, total we have 4 different Chekkus, and all these Chekkus have very long history, and you can see they have written on some Chekku, they have written the year when it was actually carved out of stone. We have some goes back to pre-independence time, and some 1950s, 1960s and all. It was kept unused for a very long time, and we bought it from them and we installed and we started using this. All oil cake we use for our cows, bulls, and excess we sell it to our farmers. After starting this, by interacting with those people, what we have understood as of this, they are just there for the sake of making money. They do not have any intentions of giving good product to consumers. So they are ready to do anything for the sake of money. That's what it's just a story of ghee alone. So there are many such products that they do it. even the cold pressed oil also, I know. Just to make few people understand like how much it costs to produce a pure oil. As I mentioned earlier, groundnut, we need at least 2.7 kgs of groundnut, and the cost of seeds at right now is somewhere between 120 to 130 rupees a kilo. And if we go to sunflower, the cost of sunflower we cannot use as it is. The shell has to be removed to make it cold press. Otherwise, it will become little bit bitter in taste. So sunflower, we need at least 4 kgs of seeds to produce 1 liter of oil. And the coconut, we need 2 kgs to produce 1 liter of oil. And when it comes to mustard, we need somewhere around 3.5 to 4 kilos. Niger, we need 5 kgs. And safflower, again, we need around 4 to 4.5 kgs. So if we calculate the cost of the seeds, cost of seeds per kilo to the oil price, so we can understand the what oil which we are getting in the market and how pure it is and how adulterated it is.